Welcome to this week's Open Thread. First of all, I would like to thank everybody who showed up to Loafy's Twitch stream yesterday. That's where Wero and myself showed up live on stream to play some games and take some shots and drink some milk and chug some beers. It was a ton of fun. Pretty good turnout there, and thank you to everybody who spent on donations for Loafy there. It was awesome. And I wanted to bring that up right at the beginning here because obviously I'm lacking a partner here to do this open thread because of the Twitch stream. He's a weak man. Today's topic. Game of Thrones is back, finally! So I am super excited for Game of Thrones to return. The only thing is, it's a little bit, gives you a little bit of anxiety because, like, you gotta watch that show immediately because people are gonna start talking about it, like, as soon as they see it. You could probably go on Twitter right now and get spoiled for what happens in the episode, which always sucks. So I'll be watching that tonight. First question to you is, are you watching the new season? Are you excited to see it? And I want to know your predictions for this season. Personally, I think this season will bring the death of Cersei. That's right, I'm calling it right now. In the dead pool for this season. Cersei Lannister. She's at the top of my list. Who else big will die? There's got to be another big person to die. I don't really believe it, but I'm gonna say there's a Stark. A Stark's gonna die this season. And other than that, I believe this will be the season that we finally see Tyrion ride a dragon. I want to know what you think is gonna happen this season. Go ahead and post it down below. Oh, also they'll totally confirm that fan theory that's been going on since the first book about the whole Jon Snow parentage. Of course, everybody knows that's happening. That's not even a prediction anymore. Let's get to the Q&A portion of this video. First question coming from Calibrated Rex, and he wants to know, what's better, hot dogs or corn dogs? I'm gonna go ahead and say hot dogs. Now, I do love corn dogs. They're delicious. But they're very one note. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of versatility there. Whereas with a hot dog, you can do all kinds of things. Hot dog, definitely better. But you want, like, fancy hot dogs, right? You don't want to just get, like, some crappy Oscar Mayer hot dog. Come on, what are you doing? Some bar S hot dog. You don't want a 9-cent hot dog. Get something delicious and beefy and big. Get a big dog. Next question coming from the 11th guest. And this is a question we get often. They want to know, whenever we discover something amazing on our show, like a big deep-fried Big Mac or what have you made it afterwards just to enjoy it? And the answer in general is no, because everything we discover that's amazing is also amazingly bad for you. So I try really hard not to eat terribly outside of the show. I don't always succeed, obviously, but for the most part, it's like, you know, I'm fine with finding these, you know, food experiences and enjoying it with you people watching. But outside of that, it's like I gotta eat some vegetables. You know what I mean? Although there has been a couple times where we might have deep fried some pizza late at night. And final question coming from Chris Guerrero, and he wants to know what are our hangover cures in this type of heat? Bringing up the question from last week, which was how do you deal with the heat? A lot of good answers there. Personally, I don't really like deal with hangovers much. Sure, if I drink a lot, I'll be a little bit slow in the morning, you know, but I'll just hammer back an energy drink and I'm fine. Just power through. That's what I do. Wero, he hibernates for 3 days and then he comes out renewed out of his cocoon. Now would be the normal time to do the Wero questionable advice. Obviously that's not happening, so we'll skip right over that. First, a review of this little beer here. Getting excited about Game of Thrones, so I figure might as well pop out the Game of Thrones beer. We have Bend the Knee. So instead of shots today, I had plenty of shots yesterday. I'm gonna do shots of beer here. Bend the Knee. All for celebrating Game of Thrones. All right, we're gonna review this just like rubbing here. Let's take a sip. Ooh, very grassy. I've actually had this beer before. It reminds me a lot of their Three Philosophers, their like flagship beer. Except it's a little bit more tart, you know? A little bit more crisp. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's still, you know, not the best one, which is the very first one they made. But it's better than the releases they've done since. I would say this is my second favorite of the Game of Thrones series beers. And I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. But we have one more review to see. Mug, I need you to review the Game of Thrones beer. Ooh, you really like it. High praise from the mug. What was that? You give it 5 out of 5 boosts? Ooh. You gave it like 18 out of 5 boosts. You really enjoyed it. Good job, Mug. Finally, some shout-outs. Beer shout-outs this time, of course. And since there was no Wero Q&A, I got one extra shout-out happening today, instead of the normal 3. Will Forsyth would like a shout-out, specifically to his friend David, and he wants David to know that CarMax still sucks. There is a lovely inside joke going on there that I do not understand at all. Cheers to you. Next shout-out going to Steven Strube, who says he's been watching for quite a while. So, thanks a lot, Steven, for watching. Really appreciate it. Cheers. Next shout out going to Computer Dog, who wanted us to do like a special weird intertwined arms shout out thing, like we're getting married or something. Obviously can't do that. But, hey, I'll still give you a shout out. Cheers. And final shout out going to Sharid Zafar, who wanted a shout out for his brother John, who is apparently not doing so hot right now, that's sad. Sorry to hear that. Happy to give you a shot. John, cheers to you. Hope you do better. Alright, that's all the shout outs I have today. If you would like one next week, go ahead and post it down below in the comments. If you don't ask, you can't get one. As always, this is open thread, so if you want to talk about anything else, go ahead and post it down below. Alright, Sunday fun day. Go out there, enjoy your day. You know, your only homework for today, watch Game of Thrones. Unless you don't like Game of Thrones, then I don't care what you do. I don't like you. That's all I got. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for watching. You're cute.